you would want to play with this summer?
Oh. Look, Caitlin Clark changed the game.
Hmm?
I've been hooping my entire life, and all of a sudden, I have friends texting me last season to see if I caught the latest Fever game. The expectations were so high. Arenas selling out everywhere she went. As a rookie coming into this league, I mean, that's the impact I want to make.
I mean, she is a star in this league, and the game is better for having her in it. Have you thought about what you're going to say when that interaction happens?
Wow. I wish that I could sit here and tell you that I'd be a poised young lady. But she actually came and gave a talk at my school one year, and to be really honest with you, I can't tell you a word she said. I just couldn't hear her over the sounds of my internal screams. Just like one big loud scream, just on a loop the entire time. So yeah, I'm not super optimistic about keeping my cool. But I would love to ask for a jersey or a signature or something, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine.
Thank you.
On another note, the league is at a fascinating growth point right now, with viewership skyrocketing. How much of the WNBA did you watch growing up? And does the history of the game inform at all where you want to land?
Okay. Confession time. I've probably watched Game 5 of the 2016 finals 100 times. Sparks and Lynx, that matchup was incredible. Just legends everywhere. When Maya Moore hit that turnaround, I legitimately fell off of my couch. And then Nneka swatted by Sil, but gets it back and puts it through off one foot. Iconic! I've been chasing a moment like that at the highest level my whole life.
Yeah. The spotlight has definitely been on women's sports these last years. How much do you think that on-court rivalries play a factor in the growth of the league? And do you think that these storylines are good for the game?
Oh, I love the way that stories are being told right now. And I think that has fueled those rivalries that you're talking about. Look at Angel and Caitlin. They faced off in the national championship in college, and their fans have followed them to the WNBA. Every matchup between those two is must-see TV. And the Fever and Sky have two of the hottest tickets in the sport right now. And when the Aces and Liberty assembled all that star power a couple years back, every matchup between them was called the Battle of the Super Teams, just pulling in huge ratings, huge numbers. And my grandma wouldn't be able to follow anything that was happening on the court. But I'll tell you, she knows all the tea. She definitely knows all the tea. And I think all these rivalries are just another entry point for the fans.
Yeah, totally agree there. Unfortunately, you just missed sharing the court with the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, Diana Taurasi, who played in the league from 2004 to 2024. She brought a ton of that spice you were talking about for so long. Now, what part of her legacy speaks to you the most?
I know I'm young, but I've definitely got some of those old school values too. And I can't look at DT's career without thinking about how she stuck it all out with one organization the entire time. It's so rare today. But you see why they're both so beloved by those communities, who really embraced them and gave them a second home. And obviously it's out of my control, but I would love to make a connection like that for the long term.
For the fans who might not know you yet, what do they need to know, either on or off the court?
Look, I'm confident. I have worked really, really hard to get here, and I'm going to make an impact from day one. Diana Taurasi was willing to talk a little trash, but she always backed it up with her game. And fans can expect me to do the very same thing. That goes for the court and the press conferences too. So you might want to make sure you tune into those.
Let's go. Okay, so I want to shift gears quickly for a couple of rapid-fire questions so new fans can get to know you. First, when it comes to a city, do you prefer a bigger metropolis vibe or a smaller, more intimate one?
I grew up in a town where everybody knew everybody else. And, where people took time out of their day to stop you on the sidewalk and tell you had a good game, and where they know your go-to order at the diner. And, when you compare that to your New Yorks or your Chicagos, of course, you're not going to be matching those same kinds of population numbers, but what we lacked in quantity, we absolutely made up in quality with those genuine connections. And I just feel most at home when I'm surrounded by friendly faces.
All right. Let's keep this one easy. Favorite color?
Ooh, purple. It's got this royal vibe, like this air of importance. And every time I rock something in that color, it fills me with confidence. And when you think about the WNBA, you think Lisa Leslie, Brittany Griner, Teacher Penachero. A lot of legacy in that color.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
How about this? On a day when you've got nothing scheduled and you can just relax on the couch, what is your go-to cheat meal?
Oh. Tacos. Zero hesitation. Final answer. They're honestly, the perfect vehicle for protein. You can just mix and match depending on the vibe of the day. Any meal of the day, you can eat on the go. Super versatile.
True.
Kind of like I am on the court. Trying and failing to keep it professional up here.
Okay, I'm definitely not trying to get you in trouble. Okay, let's bring it on back to basketball. Let me ask you, does it matter to you where you're selected in the draft order?
I didn't get to this podium by being mediocre. I'm not saying this to sound cocky, but that's just a matter of fact. Club, high school, college, everything was a battle to get to this spot, to put my hard work on display at the highest level of competition. So I'd be lying if I said that it didn't matter to me, because I've risen to every challenge I've faced. Put me on any team, and I will put everything I am into creating a winning culture because, well, that's just what I do.
All right. Thank you.
Over here.
Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action. This contest is part of the Commissioner's Cup.
Here we go.
The first 10 games against teams in your conference, one home and one away, count towards the Cup standings.
And the teams with the best records in each conference, the East and the West, they're going to face off in the midseason for a one-off final. Lots of prize money will be on the line, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Pass to Beckers. Now here's Miller, covered by Collier. Screen by Hines Allen. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls.
A skilled distributor. Get yourself open, and Ogunbowale will find you.
Pass to Collier. This is incredible. Now here's Shepard. This is incredible. Defended by Mrs. Incredible. Beckers drives in, and she banks in the layup.
Hard to stop, guys. She poses a ton of matchup problems for any opponent.
Oh, this franchise is absolutely thrilled to have Paige Beckers. But talk about what makes her such a great young player.
Well, Paige is a bucket, right? Highly skilled, and you expect that she'll run the offense and be the focal point. Plus, she's got sneaky length at 6 feet.
Now here's Collier. Here's Mrs. Incredible. From outside, off the mark. Ogunbowale with it. Pass to Beckers. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Williams. A one-on-one situation. Miller with the steal. Beckers outside. It's Diamond Miller on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Mrs. Incredible. No good off the back of the rim. Pass to Ogunbowale. She's guarded by Shepard. Here's Beckers. And that'll be Dallas's ball as it goes. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Back to Ogunbowale. Pass to Miller. Clock at 4. Three-pointer Beckers. They get it again. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is great timing. She is one tough customer on the offensive glass.
It's almost like she has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And hers might be better than just about anyone. What do you think, guys? You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
When you talk about the history of this great league, Minnesota went on one of the most dominant runs ever.
From 2011 to 2017, the Lynx went to 6 finals in 7 seasons, capturing 3 titles. is how hard it is.